Benefits or bills.com.
And now, back to the Sports Jock, Wayne Gandy.
Center Court. On sports, news, gossip, blah, 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 blah.
I'm not sure of what I see. You don't for me. Are you telling me this is a sign? She's looking in my eyes, mousing over the guys. Are you telling me this is a sign?
Welcome back to the Sports Talk Show. I'm the Sports Talk Wayne Candy. Good morning to you. Happy Valentine's Day. We are here, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. You can go to Spreaker. You can go to the Sports Talk page. That's JOC.com, 888-926-7562, 404-603-8770. We have our man, Major League Baseball scout Todd Harris on the line. Good morning to you, Todd.
How's it going, Big Wayne?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. Derek Jeter, at the ripe old age of 42, is having his first child. Will he, with a 26-year-old new wife? Would you call that a inside the park home run, Todd?
Hey, from Derek Jeter's dating history, I mean, hey, that's all Derek Jeter does is hit home runs as far as his dating history. So I definitely would call it a home run.
He's a true Hall of Famer. Is that what you're saying?
No doubt, especially in that department.
It's Valentine's Day. Anything special before we get into baseball? You pulling off for the wife today?
Wayne, I actually went out and got something last night for her, and actually had it first thing in the morning that she woke up. So thought that was pretty nice. So we'll probably have a little nice dinner later on this evening after the baseball practice.
Oh, after the baseball practice, y'all gonna have a couple chili dogs and some Fritos.
And he gonna round the bases and hit a couple in the park home run. I see you, Todd.
I hear you, Big Kenny. I hear you.
Baseball season, spring training is kicking off around the country. The Braves. One quick question: with the accident that happened to Sean Rodriguez, tell us about what kind of player he is. And now that the injury has happened, they say he might miss the season. For you, real quickly, for those that don't know, Sean Rodriguez and his family got T-boned by a man who stole a cop car. I reported on this story about a month ago. The two kids I know were in the hospital, but now they're saying Sean might miss the rest of the season.
I know, and that's a tremendous blow as far as I felt for the organization, because I felt like he was a young kid, a younger guy that I thought that was going to come in and really contribute early as far as on the defensive end. But I think he can, hit the baseball as well. Something I think they needed some pretty good production out of, and I thought he was going to come in and bring that to him. I obviously think it's a big blow, but I obviously think what the Braves did here in the within the last week kind of shored up some things as far as, in my opinion, about that. But I think he is going to be missed, and I like what he brought to the table as far as what he could do defensively, but especially kind of hitting, and that's kind of what the Braves needed.
Jose Fernandez in the boating accident, another tragedy in baseball that happened in the last couple of weeks. His family is now being sued. Are you surprised how fast his friends' families decided to sue him for negligence?
In this day and age, I'm not surprised when anybody's trying to sue anybody. But you wouldn't think that would kind of happen in a situation like that. But as far as being surprised, I'm definitely not surprised, because that's the kind of era and kind of day that we live in now. I mean, everybody's trying to sue anybody for anything that they can kind of get out of the situation and scenario. So am I surprised? No. How quickly it happened, probably so a little bit more surprised at that, because, again, within a couple of weeks, that's, that just seems like a little bit too quick for me to be really thinking about that now. After a prolonged period of time, then I can understand going back and wanting to revisit that and do what you got to do as far as if you're going to sue somebody, then I can understand that for sure.
Todd, now, we just had the Falcons go to the Super Bowl. They lost horribly, but I think it helped the sales for their brand-new stadium. What kind of pressure is on the Braves to produce this season so they can start packing out SunTrust Park?
I do. I mean, and I know a lot of people may not like some of the acquisitions as far as the pitching rotation, what they brought in. I thought they really did a really good job as far as bringing in Colon, R.A. Dickey, and Garcia. I just think those three guys are veteran guys that have logged in a ton of innings. And when you have that, I think it's going to put you in a position to kind of win games. I think it may not be pretty at times, but I do think it was a great move in getting those guys, because I think the Braves have one of the top 2 or 3 farm systems in baseball, and those guys are coming, and I just think it needs a little bit more time before those guys really show. But having a successful season, I think they're going to have a winning record, and I think that's going to go a long way. Now, I'm not definitely guaranteeing any playoff appearances or anything like that. I just think if they can finish above 500, which I think they will, I think they finish the season winning 20 out of the 30 games. So I think that's a positive step going forward as far as the organization. And I do think what they're going to put on the field this year is a better product. So, and I think that's going to help the stadium, with the new stadium as well.
Major League Baseball for years now have been trying to address speeding up the game. Is there any rule that they have installed in the offseason that you see might help with that?
I felt like 2 years ago they tried, and they were telling, especially during the spring training games, they were telling guys, not to step out of the batter's box. I mean, Big Papi was known for spitting on his bat and gloves, slapping his hands, doing all kind of stuff, and it probably took him about 15 seconds in between pitches to kind of get in there and hit again. They were implementing a rule where you had to have a foot in there, or 1 foot in the batter's box. They wanted to do that during spring training, and again, I think with these big league guys, I think they wanted to do that, but at the end of the day, I don't think it worked, and they're just not going to do it. I'm just being honest, and I don't think the umpires are going to really hold them to that. So they tried to do that, but I don't think it worked. And I think implementing a pitch count rule as far as in between pitches, making them throw a pitch within 20 seconds is something that I think should maybe be done. But we have a pitcher now, R.A. Dickey. I mean, it seems like he takes about 25 seconds in between pitches. So in our situation, it may be good that he doesn't, but I think overall, I think they do need to speed it up as much as they can.
Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has gone on record to say that he is reexamining his stance on gambling. Will that help Pete Rose possibly get into the Hall of Fame, that the commissioner now is kind of looking kind of like the NFL to get more into gambling as far as baseball games?
Yeah, I think it's a big money revenue. And, I mean, just like I know, people go and gamble on sports, regardless of not if you try to stop it, they're going to do it anyway. So why not kind of embrace it and kind of be able to make some funds of it, make an investment off of it as far as doing that. I actually think Manfred really, really wants Pete Rose to be in the Hall of Fame. He can't come out and say it, but I think he's one of the commissioners that really would love to see him in the Hall of Fame. So I think by him doing things like that, I think he's broadening horizons on how to bring baseball more money, because I think it's dwindling. And I think, hey, you may have to do some of these things to bring in the revenue as far as for these franchises and these organizations to be able to do that. And I think, hey, gambling's not going away. Let's just face that now. Right. So I think embracing it and kind of doing it in a way that, that you could benefit off of is going to help Major League Baseball in the end.
The American Gaming Association estimated that $4.7 billion was bet on the Super Bowl this year. 97% of that was placed illegally. So, yeah.
That's a lot of money on the table.
That's a lot of money on the table for one game.
For one game. Wow.
Yeah, that's some money right there.
Well, Todd, we thank you for calling in and helping us with the show today. We appreciate it, and we hope you get an inside the park home run tonight.
Sounds good, that big dog.
we all swinging for the fence.
Thank you. Todd Harris, Major League Baseball, scout for the Dodgers, coach over at East Cobb. Just in case you missed what I just said, 97% of the $4.7 billion they estimated bet on the Super Bowl was illegal. Ravishing Ray, illegal. We'll be back with more of the Sports Jock Show right after this.